The curtains close between us, without applause or light, just two tired hearts still standing after one too many fights. We used to shine like wildfire, every touch a perfect song. Now the stage is full of silence, and the magic's dead and gone. We kept trying to replay what we used to be before, but broken love can't always rise for one more encore. There's no more encore, no second chance tonight, no crowd screaming for forever, no way to make this right. The music stopped between us, and the room feels cold and dark. Now all that's left is echoes and a shattered little heart. We gave our final performance, now it's time to let it go. There's no more encore for this love anymore. I still hear your laughter, like a melody that aches, haunting every empty hallway, every breath my lonely heart takes. We danced around the damage, pretending we were strong, but even beautiful songs eventually can't keep playing on. And I kept hoping somehow we'd return to who we were, but memories don't heal the ending, they only make it hurt worse. There's no more encore, no final curtain call, no way to save the story when both hearts let it fall. You took your dreams and walked away. I stayed behind with ghosts, trying to sing the same old lines to someone I miss the most. But love already left the building, even if I still want more. There's no more encore for us anymore. Maybe some love stories burn brightest before they die, leaving smoke inside the spotlight and tears behind goodbye. And I wish I could relive the nights we owned the stars, before the silence took the stage and tore us apart. There's no more encore, just memories in the dark, a lonely voice still calling out from the ruins of my heart. I give anything to hear you sing my name once more, but the lights are fading slowly, and you don't wait anymore. Now I stand alone on stage with the pain I can't ignore. There's no more The lights are low, and I'm still singing to your ghost. The world keeps moving forward, but I'm stuck in that one place where you turned around and left me with that quiet on your face. People say you'll get over it, like it's something I can do, but they don't know I never really left that moment with you. I've tried to walk away, I've tried to disappear, but every road I take just brings me back here. I'm still standing there where you said goodbye that day, like time forgot to move me, like I never went away. Cars keep passing, lights keep fading, but I don't seem to care, because a part of me is still frozen, and I'm still standing there, waiting for a version of us that isn't anywhere. I talk to empty silence, like you might answer back. I swear I hear your footsteps when the night turns into black, and I know it's just my memory playing tricks on my mind, but letting go feels harder than leaving you behind. And I've learned how to pretend that I'm okay sometimes, but even when I'm laughing, you're still inside my mind. I'm still standing there in the place where we broke down, where your hand slipped out of mine and never came back around. I've moved through all the motions, but my heart stayed in repair, because part of me is still waiting, and I'm still standing there in a moment that won't end. No matter how I try to care, maybe I should've left that day, but something made me stay behind. Like I thought if I just waited, you would somehow change your mind. But time doesn't do forgiveness, and love doesn't freeze in air. It just leaves you in a memory of standing somewhere there. I'm still standing there, even though you're long gone now, talking to the shadows of a love I can't allow. Every second feels eternal, every breath is thin air, because I never really left you. I'm still standing there, and I don't know how to leave when you're not even there. Still there, still here, still gone. I let the quiet do the talking when I should've raised my voice. Watched you slipping out the doorway like it wasn't my choice. You kept asking if I needed you, and I said I'm alright. But every I'm fine was a lie I told to survive the night. And I thought that holding back the truth would somehow make it last. But silence never saves a love, it only speeds the crash. I should have shouted, I need you, don't you go. Instead of standing frozen, pretending I didn't know that we were breaking in slow motion, while I stayed quiet and proud. I should have shouted your name louder and the silence aloud. Now I'm left with all the echoes of the words I never used. I should have shouted, but I lost you. You were halfway down the hallway when I finally felt the weight of every moment I stayed silent when I should have said stay. But my pride was like a wall that I couldn't climb down from, and I watched us turn to nothing while I bit my tongue undone. And now I hear it in the distance, like a voice I can't retrieve. All the things I should have told you before you stopped believing. I should have shouted that I wasn't ready to let go, that every step you took away was killing me slow. But I let my fear speak louder than the love I couldn't show. I should have shouted, don't leave me, instead of letting you go. Now I replay every second like a film I can undo. I should have shouted, but I lost you. Maybe love doesn't survive when it's left unsaid too long. Maybe silence turns to distance before you know it's gone. And I hate that I discovered what I needed way too late, that sometimes love is louder when you stop being afraid. I should have shouted till my voice broke through the air, till you knew without a question how much I still cared. But I was quiet when it mattered, and now I live with what I blew. I should have shouted your name instead of losing you. And every night I feel it like a truth I can't outgrow. I should have shouted, but now I know. Too quiet, too late, too gone. You kiss my forehead softly, like you always used to do. Nothing felt unusual, nothing warned me about losing you. We said goodnight so casually, like morning still belonged to us. Neither one could see the ending, waiting quietly in the dark. If I had known that was the last time I heard your sleepy voice, I would have held on to the moment like it was my only choice. That was our last good night, our last sleep well, and I love you. The last time your hand found mine, like it always used to do. Now the bed feels like a stranger, and the silence cuts too deep, because our last good night still keeps me awake when I sleep. And I replay it every evening, like somehow I can make it right. But nothing changes the memory of our last good night. You left your sweater by the doorway, your coffee cup beside the sink. Little traces of forever gone before I could even think. And I keep staring at the ceiling where we used to dream out loud. Now it's just me and the shadows, trying not to break down. I never thought forever could end so quietly. No storm, no final warning, just you slipping away from me. That was our last good night, the last time I heard you laugh, the last time we were still us, before love became the past. Now every evening feels heavier, every moonlight feels too bright, because my heart still lives inside our last good night. And I would give anything just to hold you one more time before goodbye erased us after our last good night. Maybe the cruelest thing about losing someone is you never know it's the end. No music playing, no final credits, just ordinary moments you can't relive again. And now I trade every tomorrow for one more night beside you, one more see you in the morning that actually came true. That was our last good night, and I didn't even know that the person lying next to me would become a ghost. Now I hold on to the memory like it's all I have left in life, still whispering goodnight into the empty side. And every tear keeps falling for the love we couldn't keep alive, because nothing hurts like waking up after our last good night. Good night, I still say it, even though you're gone. You gave me all your patience, while I gave you restless nights. You carried all my darkness and still tried to hold me tight. Now your side of the story feels heavier every day, because a love like yours was priceless, and I threw it all away. I keep counting every moment I should've treated better, regret keeps adding inches to a pain that lasts forever. There's a debt I can't pay for the tears I put you through, for every time I let my silence do the damage words would do. No apology could cover what I broke inside your heart. Now I'm living with the balance of tearing us apart. And every night I feel the weight of the choices that I made. There's a debt I can't pay, and it's written in your pain. I thought love would keep surviving, no matter what I did. Like your heart would always wait for me, no matter how I hid. But hearts grow tired of bleeding when they're the only ones who try. And I learned too late that sorry can't revive what already died. Now every memory reminds me of the kindness I abused. And the hardest part of losing you is knowing I'm the reason too. There's a debt I can't pay for the trust I let collapse, for every broken promise I can never hand back. You gave me every chance to heal us, I just wasted them away. Now I'm standing in the ruins of a love I couldn't save. And no matter how I suffer, it still won't erase the debt I can't pay for watching you break. Maybe some mistakes stay permanent, like scars beneath the skin, a lifetime sentence handed down by the person looking in. And I wish I could undo it, trade my pride for one more day. But time doesn't take returns on the hearts we devastate. There's a debt I can't pay, and I carry it for life. Every lonely morning, every sleepless night, 'cause you deserved a better version than the one I chose to be. Now the punishment is living with what I did to you. And I know forgiveness wouldn't fix the wreckage that remains. There's a debt I can't pay, and your ghost collects the pain. No way to repay you, no way to undo the debt of losing you. We used to talk till morning about everything and more. Now it's just I'm busy, and maybe later on the floor. Your voice sounds like a stranger, learning how to be polite, like we forgot the language we spoke every night. And I catch myself remembering the way it used to be, when every word between us still felt like you and me. We don't talk like that anymore. No late night calls, no open doors. No, I miss you slipping out like it used to fall before. Now it's careful conversations that don't reach the heart no more. We don't talk like that anymore. And silence says it louder than words ever did before. We don't talk like that anymore. I scroll through old messages like I'm searching for a sign of when we started changing without noticing the time. You were once my safe place. Now I'm careful what I say. Like every sentence I could lose you today. And I wonder when the distance started living in our tone. When how will you stop meaning I still want you close. We don't talk like that anymore. No silly jokes, no tell me more. No staying up just to hear each other break through open doors. Now it's short replies and endings that we don't explore. We don't talk like that anymore, like before. And I miss the way we used to say everything and more. We don't talk like that anymore. Maybe love doesn't break loudly. Maybe it just drifts apart in the space between the sentences. We stop from the start, and I hate how I still reach for you in conversations we don't share. Like I'm talking to a memory that isn't really there. We don't talk like that anymore. Now stay with me behind the door. No, don't hang up just a minute, like it mattered anymore. Now it's echoes of a language we both forgot to restore. We don't talk like that anymore. And I still hear the version I can't ignore. We don't talk like that anymore. Not like before. Not like before. Not like before. We started like a movie, full of colors, full of light. Two hearts believing somehow love could outrun every fight. But somewhere in the middle, I let fear take the pen. And every page between us started breaking at the end. You tried to change the story, tried to save what we became. But I kept writing distance in the margins of your name. This is the ending I wrote, with every word I never said. Every time I pushed you away, every cold night in our bed, I turned forever into fragments, turned your And every chapter hurts me deeper, knowing I was both the fire and smoke. This is the ending I wrote. You kept handing me forgiveness like it could heal the cracks, but I kept choosing silence and never giving love enough back. I thought there'd be another chance, another page to start again. But stories don't wait forever when one heart stops trying to mend. Now I replay every moment like I can edit what went wrong, but regret can't rewrite endings once the last goodbye is gone. This is the ending I wrote, with hesitation and pride, with all the tears I ignored while you were breaking inside. You were still fighting for us while I slowly lost hope. Now all I have are memories, and the ending I wrote, and I'd erase every line of it if love gave me one more note. But this is the ending I wrote. Maybe love isn't destroyed in one moment. Maybe it fades word by word, and every silence left unanswered, and every feeling left unheard. And I hate that I became the reason our story closed, because you deserved a better ending than the one I chose. This is the ending I wrote, and now I have to live inside a story full of what ifs and tears I cannot hide. You were the best part of my life, and I let the pages burn. Now I'm standing in the ashes of a love that won't return, and every lonely night reminds me of the cost of letting go. This is the ending I wrote, and I wrote it all alone. The final page still hurts to read, because it ended with losing you. We were still saying I love you while drifting miles apart, still holding on in silence while letting go in our hearts. Every touch felt automatic, every kiss just out of place, like we were rehearsing memories we couldn't quite replace. And I saw it in your eyes before you ever said a word. Sometimes endings don't arrive, they just slowly go unheard. It's over before it's over, before the final goodbye, before the door is closing. It's already not you and I. We were breaking in slow motion, calling it love all along. It's over before we kept playing the song. Now I'm left with all the echoes of a love that's come undone. It's over before it's over, and I'm the only one. We stopped asking how we're feeling, afraid of what we'd find, like the truth would be too heavy for two hearts out of time. You started sleeping further, I started talking less, and the space between our bodies said everything we left. And I knew we were pretending, but I stayed in anyway, because sometimes love keeps going even when it's gone away. It's over before it's over, before the last goodbye, before we had the courage to look each other in the eye. We were strangers in the making, still calling it forever strong. It's over before it's over, but we held on too long. Now every memory feels louder than the love we couldn't save. It's over before it's over, and I'm still in yesterday. Maybe endings don't need breaking, maybe they just fade to gray, like a sunset you don't notice till the light has slipped away. And I wish I could have saved us before we disappeared, but we were already gone long before it felt clear. It's over before it's over, and I didn't see it end. Just a quiet kind of falling we couldn't comprehend. Now I carry what we were, like a ghost I can't outgrow. It's over before it's over, but I still don't let it go. And if love had given warning, maybe I would have known. It's over before it's over, and I'm alone. Over before it's over. It's over. I had so much inside me, but nothing came out right. Every sentence turned to silence, every truth lost in the night. You were standing there so patient, waiting for me to be real, but I hid behind my hesitations instead of letting you feel. And I kept thinking tomorrow would give me courage somehow, but tomorrow never listened, and you're just a memory now. If only I'd found the words to tell you what you meant to me, maybe we wouldn't be strangers to what we used to be. I had a heart full of wouldn't be dead. I rehearsed 1,000 goodbyes and 1,000 ways to stay, but when it came to speaking truth, I just watched it slip away. You tried to read between the silence like a language we both knew, but I was speaking in confusion, not knowing I was losing you. And now every unfinished sentence feels heavier than before, because I finally understand what words are really for. If only I had found the words instead of hiding in my fear, I would have told you all the things you needed most to hear, like how you were my safe place, even when I acted strong. If only I had found the words before it all went wrong. Now every night I'm haunted by a love I can't reverse. If only I had found the words, this wouldn't hurt worse. Maybe silence is the cruelest way to lose someone you love, not by what you ever said, but by what you said enough. And I wish I could go back now, just to open up my chest and give you all the feelings I was too afraid to express. If only I had found the words, I wouldn't be alone tonight, still talking to your memory, like it might make it right. But I can't change what's behind me, no matter how I rehearse. If only I had found the words, I wouldn't feel this curse. Now I carry every silence like a wound I can't erase. If only I had found the words, we wouldn't be this place. The words I never found. I still see the night I left you. Every time I close my eyes, your silhouette in the doorway, and the hurt you tried to hide. I told myself it was the right thing, that someday it would make sense, but regret has a long memory, and it never really ends. I walked away so certain, now certainty feels gone, and every road I travel still leads me back to what went wrong. I'm living in the shadow of my choice, haunted by the sound of my own voice, saying goodbye when I should have stayed, breaking the love we could have made. Now every quiet room reminds me of the life I destroyed. I'm still hiding in the shadow of my choice. You gave me every reason to believe we could survive, Fear can turn a beating heart into something that just hides. I thought freedom would feel lighter if I let you go that night, but all I found was emptiness wrapped inside. I was right, and now I carry all the echoes of the words I can't unsay, because one decision changed everything and never faded away. I'm living in the shadow of my choice. Every memory still cuts like noise. You moved on while I stayed behind, still arguing with my own mind, trying to find forgiveness for the damage I implied. But I'm still trapped inside the shadow of my choice. Maybe some mistakes don't leave you, maybe they become your skin, a permanent reminder of the place you should have been. And I wish I could go back now to the second before goodbye and choose love over fear just one more time. I'm living in the shadow of my choice, and it follows me everywhere I go. In every empty morning, in every face I almost know, you were the best thing I ever had, and I let it get destroyed. Now all that's left beside me is the shadow of my choice, and I'll spend forever learning how one moment can ruin joy. I'm still standing in the shadow of my choice. My choice, my shadow, my loss. You said wait like it was easy, like time would bend for us, like love could pause the damage if we just held on enough. But I was already slipping through the cracks I wouldn't name, and wait became a distance we could never quite reclaim. I should have said I'm scared instead of acting strong, but silence always feels safer until it proves you wrong. Now it's too late for wait, too late to turn around, too late for all the words we never said out loud. You were reaching, I was leaving, in the same small space we made. And now there's nothing left between us but the echoes of just wait. And I can't undo the moment where we both let love decay. It's too late for wait, and we're too far away. I still see you in the hallway, like you're about to call my name, but the silence answers quicker than any hope I can explain. We used to think forever was something we could choose, but forever is impatient when it starts to lose you. And I replay every second like it might change the end, but time doesn't rewrite choices. It just reminds you what you did. Now it's too late for wait, for slowing down the fall, for pretending we could fix it when we were breaking. After all, you gave me every chance to stay. I gave you reasons not to wait, and now the space between us is everything we couldn't say. I hear it in the silence like a ghost I can't escape. It's too late for wait, and I made that mistake. Maybe love can't live on hesitation. Maybe it needs more than time. Maybe wait is just another way to say goodbye in disguise. And I hate that I discovered what I should have known that day. But some hearts don't wait forever, they just walk away. Now it's too late for wait, too late to make it right, too late for all the versions of us I see at night. You're still there in the memory where I should have changed our fate, but it's too late for wait, and I learned it too late. Now I carry every second of the love I couldn't save. It's too late for wait, and I'm still in yesterday. Too late, we waited too late. I woke up with the weight still on me, like I never left that room where we tried to fix what's broken, but only made it worse too soon. Every thought is like a suitcase that I never got to close, full of words we never sorted, full of love that didn't grow. And I carry what we were like it's tied around my chest, even though it's already over. It refuses to rest. I'm still doing yesterday's heavy lifting, holding up what's already gone, trying to carry conversations that don't belong. You moved on like it was nothing, while I'm still holding on tight to the echoes of forever that died that night. And I'm tired, but I'm still trying to hold what we used to be. I'm doing yesterday's heavy lifting, and it's breaking me. People say just let it go now, like it's something I control, but memories don't listen when they settle in your soul. Every street looks like a shadow, every silence sounds like you, and I swear I keep on falling into something I can't undo. but I'm stuck replaying pain, like I'm trying to rebuild us from what's already in the grave. I'm still doing yesterday's heavy lifting. Every week I try to save feels like dragging empty moments through another wasted day. You're already in tomorrow, while I'm stuck in what we did, still carrying the pieces of a love we couldn't fix. And I don't know how to drop it when it's all I have to give. I'm doing yesterday's heavy lifting, just to feel like I still live. Maybe some love doesn't leave you, it just learns to stay as weight, something you can't put down, no matter how it breaks your faith. And I wish I had the strength now to stop holding what is gone, but my heart forgot the ending and keeps dragging it along. I'm still doing yesterday's heavy lifting, even though you're far away, still pretending I can hold us like we didn't fade. But my arms are getting weaker, and my hope is wearing thin, still carrying the version of us that never lives again. And I know I should release it, let it finally go free, but I'm still doing yesterday's heavy lifting. And it's all of me, still heavy, still holding, still yesterday. The bar was almost empty, just two shadows and dim lights. Your eyes looked tired from crying, mine looked lost from too many nights. We sat there with our silence, like strangers wearing scars, trying to hold together what was already falling apart. And the jukebox played our old song like it knew what this would be. Two broken hearts pretending this goodbye came peacefully. So here's a final toast to us, to the love we couldn't save, to the dreams we built together, now buried in the grave. Raise your glass to every promise that slipped right through our hands, to the nights we swore forever would always understand. Now all we have are memories and smoke where passion was. So here's a final toast to us. You smiled through all the heartbreak, like you didn't want me to break, but I could hear your voice trembling with every sip we take. We talked about the weather like we weren't falling apart, while goodbye sat between us with a knife and inside it's hard. And I wanted to say don't leave, wanted to beg you to stay, but pride tastes bitter on the tongue when love is walking away. So here's a final toast to us, to the fire we let die, to every I still need you, hidden behind goodbye, to the way you held me close when the whole world felt too much. Now I'm left with empty glasses and the memory of your touch, and every sip just reminds me of everything we lost. So here's a final toast to us. Maybe some love stories don't end with slam doors or fights. Maybe they fade quietly under neon lights. Two people still in love, but too damaged to survive, trying to celebrate the ending while something inside them dies. So here's a final toast to us, to the best thing I let go, to the laughter in your voice that I'll never hear slow again. Raise your glass to all the moments that still live inside my chest, to the almost and forevers that never got their rest. And when the bartender asks me why I still hurt this much, I'll whisper through the whiskey, I was once loved by us. One last drink, one last look, one last heartbreak. The room still knows your laughter, like it's stuck inside the air. Every corner keeps your shadow, like you never left it there. No one else remembers clearly how we used to feel alive. Now I'm talking to the silence just to keep you here at night. They all say move on, it's over, like it's something I can do. But they didn't see the version of me that lived with you. I'm the only witness left to a love they'll never know, to the way you said my name like it was soft and slow. Every memory I carry feels heavier each day, 'cause I'm the only witness left, and you're fading away. No one else can testify to the truth we couldn't keep. I'm the only witness left to what we used to be. Your side of the bed is empty, but it still remembers weight, like the sheets are holding secrets of a love that couldn't wait. I replay our final moments like a courtroom in my mind, where I'm both the only speaker and the only one who cries. And there's no one here to argue or confirm what I still feel. Just me against the silence in a past that's too real. I'm the only witness left to the fire we let die, to the promises we whispered before we said goodbye. Every truth I try to tell you turns into a ghost instead, 'cause I'm the only witness left, and you're already dead in my head. Not gone from life, but gone from us, and that's the hardest theft. I'm the only witness left. Maybe love needs more than memory to prove it really lived. Maybe it takes two voices to confirm what it once gives. But I swear I felt it deeply every second, every breath. Now I carry all the evidence as the only witness left. I'm the only witness left to the story we both wrote, to the way you held my future, then quietly let it go. No one else will ever see it the way I still replay, 'cause I'm the only witness left, and I can't walk away. I still stand inside the echoes of the life we both confessed. I'm the only witness left to what we love the best. Only me, still seeing you, still remembering us. You asked me what was wrong, and I said nothing at all. But my quiet grew like thunder between the cracks in our walls. I thought I was protecting us by keeping things inside, but every word I swallowed was a slow goodbye. You kept reaching for connection while I kept stepping back, not knowing I was breaking what we both thought we had. My silence was a weapon I never meant to use, but it cut through every promise and everything we knew. You were standing there unarmed while I turned away and stayed, and everything I didn't say was the damage that I made. Now I see it in the pieces of the love I can't undo. My silence was a weapon, and it was aimed at you. You tried to read the distance in the space between my lines, but I called it just a phase when it was really decline. I let the quiet speak for me when I should've let you in. But silence doesn't heal the heart, it just makes it thin. And now I hear the echo of the words I never said. like ghosts still in the hallway of everything we left. My silence was a weapon disguised as being strong, but strength without connection will always end up wrong. He never saw it coming, how I slowly pulled away. Every quiet conversation was a price you had to pay, and I live with the confession that I can't take back or undo. My silence was a weapon, and it destroyed us too. Maybe love needs language, even when it hurts to speak. Maybe silence is the loudest way to say you're too afraid to reach. And I wish I could go back now to every moment I stayed still and tell you all the truth. I was too scared to feel. My silence was a weapon that I hid behind my chest, thinking I was doing better by saying less and less. But now I know the ending was written in what I didn't do. My silence was a weapon, and it broke me and you. And I carry that confession like a wound I can't subdue. My silence was a weapon, and I aimed it at you. Too quiet, too late, too true. There's a war behind my eyes that nobody can see. 1,000 thoughts are screaming, but they never leave my teeth. I built these walls for shelter, now they're cages made of stone. And every night gets heavier when I'm trapped here all alone. I keep replaying every memory till it cuts me like a knife, trying to escape the past while reliving it each night. I'm locked in my own mind with all the words I never said, all the ghosts of broken moments still sleeping in my head. I can't outrun the silence or the shadows I designed. Every door leads back to heartache, locked in my own mind. And no one hears the crying that I bury deep inside. I'm locked in my own mind, and I can't find the light. I smile like I'm surviving, like I've learned to let you go. But underneath the surface, there's a pain nobody knows. Your memory moves through me like smoke I can't erase, and every thought becomes another room I cannot escape. I thought if I stayed quiet, the hurt would disappear, but silence only taught the pain how to live in here. I'm locked in my own mind, still hearing your goodbye, still searching through the ruins for the reasons why I keep fighting conversations that already died with time. Now I'm just a lonely prisoner, locked in my own mind. And every night I break a little from the weight I hide. I'm locked in my own mind, with nowhere left to hide. Maybe I became my own enemy the moment I shut down, turning every feeling into chains that drag me underground. And I wish I knew how to heal instead of replaying pain. But some scars echo forever inside a restless brain. I'm locked in my own mind, where your memory still survives, where every what if keeps me awake long after midnight. I built this prison out of silence, out of fear I couldn't fight. Now I wander through the darkness, looking for a way outside. But every path just circles back to the tears I left behind. I'm locked in my own mind and losing myself tonight. Still trapped, still thinking, still missing you. I saw you in the rear view as the streetlights blurred like tears, standing where we lost forever and all our better years. You didn't understop me, you just watched the silence grow, and somehow that hurt deeper than begging me not to go. I kept driving toward the future, but my heart stayed where you were, because goodbye sounds louder when it's spoken without words. I took one last look back and saw everything we used to be. Two hearts full of promises, now drowning in memories. Your shadow in the distance still burns behind my eyes. And I knew in that moment some loves never survive. Now every road feels empty, every mile fades to black, because I never really left you after that last look back. I thought time would make it easier to forget the way you smiled, but memories hold tighter than the hands we leave behind. And every song reminds me of the nights we stayed awake, dreaming about forever, like forever couldn't break. Now I replay that final second, like it might somehow undo the way I let my whole world disappear with you. I took one last look back and saw the life I couldn't save, the love that slipped right through me like waves against a grave. You were standing in the wreckage of everything we had, and I keep seeing your face whenever nights get bad. Now every road I travel still leads me to that track where I lost myself forever, and one last look back. Maybe some moments stay frozen long after they are gone, like your heart keeps living somewhere even when love moves on. And I wish I had turned around before the distance grew too far. But pride can drive a person away from who they are. I took one last look back, and it still won't leave my mind. The way your eyes said goodbye before your lips had time. Now I'm stranded in the aftermath of a love I can't unpack, still carrying the weight of that one last look back. And if I could relive one moment, it wouldn't be our first hello, it'd be the second I kept driving when I should've never let you go. One last look, one last chance, gone, gone. I never said it out loud enough, but I thought it lived between the lines. In every look I tried to hide, in every pause I couldn't define. You asked if I was really here. I said yeah, I'm fine, and smiled. But I thought the truth was obvious in the way I stayed a while. I was speaking in a language I never learned how to use, and I kept hoping you would hear me without me telling you. I thought you knew that I was falling every day, that I was scared of losing you in every quiet way. I thought it showed in how I stayed, in everything I do. But maybe I was wrong to think the silence carried truth. Now I'm left here with the heartbreak of what I didn't prove. I thought you knew, but you never knew. You moved like nothing changed at all, like I was steady, like I was sure. But inside I was unraveling behind every word I swore. I wish I had been braver, instead of hoping you could see all the parts of me I buried, still reaching out for you and me. And now I understand too clearly what I couldn't see before, that love can't survive on feeling if it's never said out loud anymore. I thought you knew that you were everything I had, that every time I pulled away I was just afraid to ask if you still felt the same way too. If I still had a chance with you, I thought it showed in every silence, but silence doesn't move. Now I'm standing in the distance of a love I didn't choose. I thought you knew, but I never told the truth. Maybe hearts don't read each other the way I thought they do. Maybe love needs more than hoping, it needs words to pull it through. And I hate that I was waiting for you to understand, when all along the answer was right here in my hand. I thought you knew, but I should have made it clear, instead of leaving love to guess while drowning in my fear. Now I replay every moment, wishing I had just come through and said the words I never said. I'm in love with you, but now it's just a memory I can't undo or renew. I thought you knew, but I never told you. I thought you knew, I should have said it too. The trees outside are empty now, just branches in the cold, like everything we used to be, slowly losing hold. I watched the wind take one more leaf, and somehow it felt true, like nature knew before I did I was losing you. We used to talk about forever, like seasons couldn't change, but even the strongest colors fade when winter calls their name. And when the last leaf falls, I'll still be waiting here, holding on to memories that disappear each year. You were my autumn sunlight, warm before the freeze. Now I'm standing in the silence of abandoned trees, and I swear I heard our heartbreak whisper through the wind that night. When the last leaf falls, love says goodbye. Your sweater still hangs by the doorway, like you might walk back in, but dust settles on forever when forever finally ends. I still make 2 cups of coffee on mornings that hurt the most, still talking to your absence like it's something I can hold. And every passing season just reminds me what we lost, because healing doesn't feel like spring when your heart still feels frostbitten and lost. When the last leaf falls, I feel you slip into another piece of yesterday, turning brown and breaking through. We used to dance through October like the world was ours to keep. Now I walk alone through memories that never let me sleep. and every empty sidewalk feels colder than before. Since the last leaf fell, and you weren't mine anymore. Maybe love is like the autumn, beautiful before it dies, burning bright in shades of gold before it says goodbye. And I wish I could stop time right before the branches bare, when your hand was still in mine and your heart was still there. Now the last leaf falls and I finally understand. Some things leave so quietly you don't notice till they end. You were the final color in the landscape of my soul. Now winter lives inside me where your warmth used to glow. And I'll keep looking at the trees every year this time, hoping somehow one leaf still remains, like you remained in my mind. One last leaf, one last chance, gone with the wind. I stared at your name for hours on a screen that felt too bright, trying to find the courage to hear your voice one last time. When you answered, there was silence, like we both knew what it meant. Two strangers holding pieces of a love already spent. I could hear your breathing shaking through the distance and the pain, but neither one of us was strong enough to say, don't hang up again. The last time I called you, your voice sounded far away, like love was already leaving before we said goodbye that day. I wanted to say I miss you, wanted to beg you not to go, but heartbreak has a way of freezing the words we need the most. Now every ringtone feels haunted, like an echo I can't lose. Since the last time I called you and lost you too. You said take care of yourself now, like that was all we had left. No anger, no dramatic ending, just quiet pain inside our chest. I remember how the silence lasted longer than the call, like neither one of us could bear to be the first to let it fall. And I still replay that moment, like it might somehow change, but memories don't answer back, no matter how hard you pray. The last time I called you, I heard goodbye in your tone, even though we kept pretending we were just taking time alone. I should have told you I still loved you before the line went dead. Now those words keep ringing louder inside my head, and every lonely midnight feels cold. colder than the truth since the last time I called you and heard us falling through. Maybe some conversations stay unfinished for life, a final thread of connection you keep replaying every night. And I hate that our forever ended through a phone with two broken hearts pretending they were better off alone. The last time I called you, I didn't know it was the end. Didn't know your voice would become something I'd never hear again. Now I talk to old voicemails like they can bring you back to me, still hanging on to echoes of what we used to be. And if I could relive one moment, it wouldn't be our first hello, it'd be the last time I called you. Before I let you go. Hello? I still hear it every night.